What's your 10:20? I forget what that means. Does that mean my ETA? What time I'm going to arrive somewhere? My 10:20? I know I just took a 10-200 earlier. My location. Like, I'm going to give that out. I'll give you a clue. I'm in the land of Lincoln. So, anyway, what's going on? NRA is suing Cali. Great. Yeah, you can't go closing gun stores in the time of a fucking crisis. Some fucking hooligan knows you got fucking 100 cases of macaroni and cheese and he wants some dinner for his fucking ghetto-ass family. He's gonna break in your house. People shouldn't be hoarding food anyway. It's a fucking little flu virus. Okay? You don't need 72 boxes of fucking macaroni and cheese and 10 cases of ramen noodles. 5 cases of fucking Campbell's chunky soup. Jesus fucking Christ. What are people gonna do with all this goddamn Chef Boyardee ravioli they bought? Jesus Christ. I'll tell you what, I lived on canned goods after, I believe, Hurricane Francis or Jean. One of those hurricanes in 04, 05. After a couple of days of eating fucking canned pasta, like Chef Boyardee and Franco-American and all that garbage, you're ready to fucking puke. I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody likes a nice can of fucking Chef Boyardee ravioli every once in a while. It's fucking good. Reminds you of being a kid. But, dude, you can't live on that shit. You'll fucking hurl. Ugh. That congresswoman from Michigan is Jane's sister. Ugh. Imagine, there is some guy out there that's in love with her. Ugh. I mean, there's somebody for fucking everyone, I guess. I mean, look at the hell that Adam Harper puts up with. Jesus Christ. So anyway, what's in the cup tonight? I don't think I should answer that. I'm going to plead the fifth, considering that I am in a commercial vehicle. I'm going to plead the fifth. Mac from Toronto, what's up, you fucking lunatic? Jesus Christ. 18 people. Where is everyone on Friday night? I thought fucking people are on lockdown. Yeah, I know I'm not driving, but still technically it's against the law to have any alcoholic beverages inside a commercial vehicle. The only exception to that is on your way from the grocery store directly to your house or a hotel room. You can have beer or booze or wine in a commercial vehicle directly from the store to your home or a hotel room. I looked it up in the DOT regs. That is legal. So you better have a fucking receipt that's, less than a half hour old with your booze. Yeah, even with the sleeper cab. It is my domicile. It is a living space. But still, it's a commercial vehicle. You give up some rights having a commercial driver's license. A drunk driving in a commercial vehicle is a .02. That's, for most people, that's fucking 2 beers. Generally for a decent-sized dude, each beer is going to make you go up .01. So .02 is 2 beers. You're done. You're going to jail, losing your CDL. I have never even moved my truck after having booze. This beer's not exactly cold. Oh shit, I fucked up. Root beer. Real good root beer. It's a sarsaparilla. Are you into draughts or IPAs? I love IPAs because usually when you go to a bar, an IPA is about the only thing you can find that's fucking over 8% alcohol. What else is new in the Genova-verse? No, someone asked me about training. I have not worked out in 12 days. Life is not good. Pretty much have cut my cycle down to 1 cc a test, 1 cc of Deca, and 1 cc of EQ. A 3 cc shot once a week. A little blend I got going. A little cycle I made up myself. I figure EQ is good to run with Deca, because then you don't need as much Deca to make gains. And the less Deca you use, the less side effects. I like EQ like that. Same thing with Tren. If you use a little EQ with your Tren, you don't need as much Tren. Less Tren, less side effects. Will the O.J. Simpson shirt ever make a return? Yes. Yes, it will. When am I going back to Bradford Manor? Hey, Bookie Basher, what's up, my man? I haven't seen or heard from you in a long time. I think you DM'd me back, like once in the past couple weeks. Man, it's brutal with no fucking sports. People are fucking betting on virtual fucking NASCAR. That was some gay fucking shit. Those NASCAR drivers racing against each other on a video game. That was fucking gay. And what's even gayer is the fucking people who sat there and watched it on TV. Watching a video game on TV. I can't even watch people play video games in person. Why would I watch one on TV? Jesus Christ. Not 24 fucking people. I'm turning into 25 people. I'm turning into a fucking loser. I used to get fucking damn near 100 on my live streams. Yeah, I don't know what the first sport to come back will be. I think NASCAR. NASCAR should come back. Real NASCAR. The last place, I think the two sports that need to just call it quits for the year are the NBA and the NHL. Because who wants to go and sit in a crowded fucking arena and see the Golden State Warriors right now? Or the Miami Heat, or the Detroit Pistons. Nobody. A fucking hockey arena is like the perfect breeding ground for this fucking virus. So the NBA and the NHL should just call it quits. But I think as soon as the weather turns, baseball should be fine. I think the boys of summer need to get after it. You know who I feel bad for is that new football league. Jesus Christ. What'd they play? 2 or 3 games and then their season got shut down? But that might, that could work out as a good thing. Everyone got a little taste of that new football league. We didn't get too much of it. So it actually might do better next year because they shut it down early this year. Another thing I was listening to on sports radio, the NFL is probably going to have to cut some of these stupid preseason games. Tell me why the NFL needs 4 preseason games. They don't. Who was I listening to? I was listening to the Colin Cowherd the other day, and he made the good point. Last year, very first weekend of football, fucking Oregon and Auburn went at it, right? Oregon and Auburn, huge game. First week 1. And those dudes were balling on both sides of the ball. So college doesn't need preseason. So I don't know why grown-ass men who are professionals need preseason. I think it's a lot of horse shit. They draft all these fucking players that are never going to make the team anyway. They draft them so that other teams can't have them. And then they wind up just cutting them. It's so stupid. They draft these bums out of college. Well, they're not bums. They're all good players. They draft these kids out of college. They get a couple of preseason games out of them, and then they cut them. I hate preseason football. A real good team like the Patriots, I can see everything I need to see out of Tom Brady in the first drive. He's either got it that night or he doesn't. I might have to root for Tampa Bay this year. I haven't made up my mind because I've always hated Tampa Bay because they used to be in the Lions division. Back in the old days before it was the NFC North, it used to be the NFC Central. And Tampa Bay was in there. Before the NFL did realignment, Tampa was in that division. And they never belonged in that division. It was Detroit, Chicago, Minnesota, and Green Bay. Fucking Midwest, black and blue division. Cold weather football, except for the dome teams, obviously. It's going to be tough to root for Tampa, but I wouldn't mind seeing Tom Brady really show New England you really fucked up letting me go. Brady did like a big money grab. What did he sign? Like a $30 million deal for 2 years? I understand, he's at the end of your career, if you can grab $30 million and ride off into the sunset, why not? God bless him. But for the past 10 years, Brady's been taking pay cuts so that the Patriots could make moves and stay under the salary cap. Brady's been taking a pay cut. If Brady would have stayed with the Patriots, they probably were looking at paying him the goddamn $400,000 a year. I don't know why Brady has been such a team player the past few years, taking pay cuts, and now it's the final 2 years he wants to do a money grab. Fucker, you should have done that 10 years ago. Should have made that $30 million you're making the next 2 years 10 years ago. And then you could have retired a Patriot. You could have played for less these next 2 years. Brady does not need a nest egg. Jesus. The 6 Super Bowl trophies? That guy could do endorsements for any product in the world. Who wouldn't want Tom Brady to be their pitch man on TV? He's a good-looking dude, Freudian slip, and he's educated, University of Michigan. He can speak proper English. Brady's going to have a great career. I don't see him going into broadcasting or coaching. He'll do something else. I don't care what your product is. You could be selling goddamn shaving cream. Get Tom Brady's face on there for, Gillette Foamy, and you're going to sell more shaving cream. The guy he's the golden boy. Everything he touches turns to gold. So I don't know. I'm a little bummed out he didn't stay with the Patriots, but I might have to root for Tampa just because I've been a Tom Brady man ever since he was at Michigan. U of M is a pretty good school. It's no MSU, but it's okay. I'll tell you what I used to tell people back when I lived in Michigan. I used to tell people, my doctor went to Michigan. My dog's doctor went to Michigan State. And that always got a good laugh out of people because Michigan State has a phenomenal veterinary school. And obviously Michigan has a great medical school. I think Michigan State has like the second highest rated veterinary college in the country. I think Ohio State is real good. There's another one. I don't know if it's Wisconsin. Another Midwest school. Incredible veterinary school. But Michigan State's in the top 3 in the country for veterinary. Go get a shower at Petco. I just got out of the shower. You notice I'm not wearing the same shirt as last night. You guys may think I'm in the same blueberry shirt, but this has got a Russell logo. Last night I was wearing an Under Armour. See? Big J does shower. You guys think I wear the same shirt for a fucking week. You gotta check the logos. Homeless fuck. Jay, get a shower. Man it, poop smell. That is a Genova sentence if I've ever fucking read one. Western and Central have a good, cool rivalry too. Yeah, I agree with you. Real good rivalry between Western Michigan and Central Michigan. Livia is eating 20,000 calories and throwing it up while our vets are dying from the Chinese virus. I don't think that's the real Big Brad Wolf. You know, now that you brought up Livia, you just fucking pissed me off. Because I heard something on the radio today that triggered me about fucking Nate and fucking Livia. You know, right now the food banks who fucking feed the fucking homeless have shortages right now. You want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because the number one source of food for the food banks isn't private donations. It's donations from fucking grocery stores. And right now, the grocery stores don't have a surplus. They don't have the extra cases of fucking food to donate to the local food bank. So the local food banks are fucking suffering while pieces of shit like Nate and Livia are having binge eating fucking videos on fucking YouTube. Those two need to be fucking Order 66. I've had it with Nate and Livia. Order 66, Nate and Livia. I know someone's gonna say, you can't Order 66 a fellow misfit. All right, fuck it then. Don't do it. Don't do it. How about that? Don't dare me. Don't you guys dare Order 66, Nate and Livia. They're off limits. How about that? Fuck you guys. Yeah. What about a third-party government, liberals or Tea Party? Yeah, the Tea Party was kind of a cool thing. That was basically, just nice, old-fashioned conservative people that were rebelling against the fucking cuckolds that were running the Republican Party, like the John McCains and the Mitt Romneys of the world. Pieces of shit that couldn't even beat a black man in the presidential race. Give me a fucking break. Mitt Romney needs to fucking roll up his yoga mat and fucking go home. What a fucking homo Mitt Romney is. I have enough oatmeal for the next 100 days, 100 eggs, and a shitload of rice. Yeah, that's great. Good for you. You don't need fucking 12 cases of fucking ramen. For Christ's sake, the grocery stores are not running out of food. I'm in a truck stop right now. Truckers are not hurting during this. Truckers are, if anything, getting more miles, and most of us get paid by the mile. Truckers are doing well through this pandemic. And I'm not bragging. I'm not trying to make myself sound better than other people, because I know people are fucking suffering. Truckers are trying, okay? And greedy fucking people that are hoarding food are why the truckers can't get enough goods to market for the grocery clerks to restock the fucking shelves. God bless these grocery store workers. For crying out loud, all you motherfuckers that are just swamping these fucking grocery stores, breathing all over these people, trying to fucking restock the shelves. Truckers are America's backbone. I don't know. You could say that there's a lot of us working together right now. I mean, what about the people that are working inside this truck stop right now, that sell me my water and my milk and get me a shower, and the people inside this truck stop that are making my food? I'll tell you what, if the employees of the truck stop start getting sick, we're all fucked. We are all fucked. Because I'm not working without food and water. I can work without the gym. I'm not working without food and water. I mean, come on. So God bless these truck stop employees, grocery clerks. God bless them. And what about nurses? Talk about salt of the fucking earth. I pretty much think doctors are fucking worthless, okay? Anyone with a fucking brain and access to Google can figure something out better than most doctors, okay? Doctors, for the most part. I know there's some really good ones. I've got a good doctor down in Florida. He's a Miami Hurricane graduate. Up in Michigan, my doctor was a Wolverine. Down here, my doctor's a Hurricane. The nurses are really keeping this country fucking together. Not only is a nurse a healthcare worker, but they're playing fucking psychologist right now for a lot of you fucking retards that are fucking panicking. I need a coronavirus fucking test. Sir, do you have a fever? No, but I think I got it. Please, sir, we need you to go home. You need to calm down. All the support staff in the healthcare field, our police officers, our firemen, and the people that support those two. You know, what about a 911 operator? They're working, you know. All the people that support our fucking firemen and our EMS and our policemen, those are pretty much, so to say the truckers are the backbone, it's hard to tell who the backbone is, because without the grocery clerks and without the police, shit would be fucking chaos. Goddamn biker gangs would be fucking stealing my fucking semi if I had a fucking 18-wheeler full of mac and cheese. We need the police and we need the grocery clerks. There's a lot of people that are keeping this country together right now. People that are hoarding stuff are not helping. My load got delivered by a female driver last night. Dude, I've seen some women that aren't too shabby looking, and they drive a truck. That's pretty impressive, because most tomboy chicks, by the time they get to be fucking 30, are usually pretty heavy. And I've seen some decent-looking chicks lately driving trucks. God bless them. Women can race cars, and women can fly jets. I don't see why they can't drive a semi. Yeah, mass hoarding is ridiculous. What are people doing with all this toilet paper? I think things are slowing down a little bit, because I was in Walmart, I think 2 days ago, and there was actually soup on the shelf. Cops are the immune system, nurses are the blood, and groceries are the stomach. That's funny. That's really good. That's very creative. I like that. Yeah, the grocery stores are not closing. For Christ's sakes. Everything's going to be fine. I'll tell you what, things are actually going to be better once Trump opens up this country. If you guys listened to his presser yesterday, I didn't listen to today's, but if you listen to his presser yesterday, someone asked him about opening up certain areas of the country first. And he said, yes, we've been discussing that. Because I realize the hot spots are shitholes like Seattle, Portland, Oregon, San Francisco, New York City, Detroit. You know, your shithole cities that are run by Democrats. That's where this thing's really bad. The rest, in New Orleans, holy shit. New Orleans is fucked. Absolutely fucked. It's not really making the mainstream media right now how bad this thing is in New Orleans. You gotta dig a little deeper in your news to really get the story on New Orleans. New Orleans is about to surpass New York City as being the epicenter of this fucking outbreak. You guys all remember Katrina. Those people down there live in filth and squalor. This thing is spreading so bad through New Orleans. New Orleans is fucked. New Orleans is really fucked. You can't shut down Utah, Wyoming, the Dakotas, Missouri, Iowa, Kansas. Spring's coming. People got fucking crops to fucking plant if we're gonna feed this fucking country. You know, like I'm pretty sure I got fertilizer in the back of the truck right now. I got bagged sulfur. I'm pretty sure it's fucking fertilizer of some sort. I've never heard of just putting down sulfur. It looks like bags of fertilizer to me, but the shit stinks. Trump is going to have to open up certain parts of this country first. If we don't get our crops planted, really fucked. I mean, really fucked. Our ranchers, we got to get our beef to market, eggs, chicken. Part of America that actually feeds the country isn't really suffering too bad. Like Arkansas, where most chicken comes from, I don't think has this thing too bad. How can you shut down Arkansas because of a Seattle problem or a New York City problem? I really liked what I heard yesterday. Trump's going to open up, I think, certain parts of this country first, and that's smart. I'll tell you another thing that scares me. If we open up, parts of this country are ready to be opened up now. The thing that scares me is the goddamn Catholics flooding to Mass on Easter Sunday. Someone educate me. Is there Mass on Good Friday? Good Friday is the day that they put Jesus on the cross, right? I don't know why they call it Good Friday. That sounds like a pretty bad Friday to me. Is there Mass on Good Friday? My father was Catholic, but I'm not Catholic. I know on Easter is the day he was resurrected. That's why the egg is the symbol of rebirth. If we're kicking this virus's ass, Trump opens up parts of the country and the goddamn Catholics fucking all cram into the fucking church for Mass for Easter weekend, this thing could go south in a fucking hurry. I don't take the Bible too seriously. It's pretty much a collection of stories meant to scare people to make them behave. Why do you think we converted our African Negro slaves to Christianity? To keep him in line. Hey, if you're good and you behave, you're going to go to heaven. Be a good Negro. That's what it's all about. I'm not saying I'm atheist. I don't really like that label. When I see someone that's is proud of being an atheist, I usually don't have anything in common with that person. Nothing. They're usually not just an atheist. Like they're also a vegan, or they're also homosexual, or they're also this or that, or something. They got more issues than just being an atheist. You know, there usually isn't like this really cool motherfucker that you want to hang out with and he just drops it on you, yeah, I'm an atheist. No, they usually got other red flags. So I don't like to label myself an atheist. I don't know. I'm not a fucking expert. I guess I'll know when I die. Jay, do you think LeBron should get $40 million for sitting at home? Are NBA contracts guaranteed? That's a union thing. Doesn't matter what we think. That's collective bargaining, brah. Big Brad Wolf, a prime example. Of what? The mail's still going out. Brad is still working. All you cocksuckers stuck at home, I'll bet that's an exciting part of your day going out to the mailbox. You've probably been taking it for granted for years. Now that you're stuck at home with nothing to do, you're like, the mail is here. Oh boy, let's go outside. And then your kids are like, can we go, Dad? No, you stay inside. It's dangerous out there. We've got coronavirus. I'll be back with the mail. Tell your mother to keep dinner. Brad is the man. And what about the taco queen for painting my squat rack? What a great lady she is. That fucking squat rack has been through hell and back with I bought that in the mid-90s. I'm glad it found a good home. Lenny having that power rack was not a good home. Now it's got a good home. Brad's a good guy. You know, I know we say that joking around in the Genovaverse. He's a really good guy. No, Brad is legitimately a good guy. Much better person than myself or Andrew. Me and Andrew, we'll just watch his stuff. Brad will actually try and help you. How heavy should someone be at 6'7"? It really depends on, like, your sport, I guess. If you're playing hoops at 6'7", you're going to be fucking 250, aren't you? I mean, how can you not be? You want to look like Manute Bol? I mean, that's not a powerful athlete. 6'7", you got to be 250, even if you don't lift. But why wouldn't you lift? I see these offensive linemen, these 18-year-old kids that are getting Division I scholarships, like a typical 18-year-old that's going to play Division I ball. A big one that's like 6'7", they're like 290. I mean, they're already damn near close to 300 pounds. You look at them and you're like, that doesn't look like that kid even lifts. I mean, fuck. Yeah, don't worry about being classified obese. Jesus Christ. Get your blood work done. If your blood work is good, that's what matters. John Runyon, who played for the Eagles, was 6'9". He was really good left tackle at Michigan. I don't think John Runyon played at much more than 3'10", 315. He was fucking 6'9". That's fucking huge. It really depends what you do. I don't see too many 6'7" powerlifters. It would be impossible to be a bodybuilder at 6'7". I don't even know if you could do the shot put. That's a big person at 6'7". There's been some good shot putters at 6'6", some good discus throwers at 6'6". When you go 6'7", that's like a new realm, that 1 inch. When a guy goes from the difference between 6'6" and 6'7", I know it's only an inch. You hear less about real good athletes who are 6'7" compared to ones that are 6'6". I wouldn't want to be that big. If I could control my birth, maybe giving myself 2 more inches, been 6'2", that's plenty. Remember years ago, before I bought my muscle car, which I don't own anymore, I had a 69 Pontiac GTO. When I was looking for muscle cars to buy, I went and sat in a 69 Corvette. I was only about maybe 250, 260 back then. It was in the 90s. You know, I was out of college. I really wasn't training hard. I wasn't juicing. I didn't fucking fit in the thing. And it was a 4-speed car. I got my left foot on the clutch pedal, and my knee is fucking hitting the goddamn steering wheel. I'm like 6 foot 1/2 inch. I'm like a deck of cards taller than fucking 6 foot. Most tall people are uncomfortable as fuck. If I was gonna build a football team, I would probably want my center and my guards at about 6'4", 6'5", and my tackles at about 6'6". 5'11" and a half barefoot. That's funny as fuck. Big people, man. Naturally big people, and I'm not talking about lifting weights, just naturally big people, their comfort level in this world is terrible. So, yeah, I don't wish that, man. Wouldn't you love to have John Runyon playing for your high school team? Imagine being a little tailback, like a little 5'9" jitterbug with some moves, and you got this 6'9" left tackle. You could just hide behind his huge ass and decide where you want to go. And if you got wheels, nobody's going to catch you. Big Lenny has better genetics to be a power forward than to fucking play football. Brock Lesnar couldn't even make the team. Didn't Brock Lesnar play a little bit for the Vikings or some shit? Those guys in the NFL are fucking animals. New Camaro has no headroom and I'm 5'8". I thought Brock Lesnar was a baller. I thought he was a damn good football player. Goldberg played for the Falcons. I think Goldberg broke his neck or something. Jay, could you fit in the C8? I doubt it. That's why I like a bigger car. Like, if I had the money, let's just pretend I had the money. You guys know I'm a homeless trucker. If I could go to the dealership right now with a stack of cash and buy a brand new muscle car off the lot, I would probably get an SRT Hemi Charger, a 4-door car, big motherfucking car. Or is that is that a 6.4 Hemi? The SRT? I think only the trucks have this, 6.4, right? I like those SRT Chargers. Big 4-door car with a goddamn 391 Hemi. Fuck yeah. That's Big J right there. An SRT Hemi Charger. I like a 4-door car. I don't want to put groceries in the back seat of some 2-door. I'm not out it to impress anybody. I'm 51 motherfucking years old. I don't need a 2-door car. Maybe if you're young, a 2-door is cool. At my age, I think you almost look stupid getting a 2-door. Like, what, you got a midlife crisis, bro? Is a 2-door car gonna get you more pussy than a 4-door car? If a chick wants to fuck you, she doesn't care if you have the Charger or the Challenger. There's no difference. So why not get the fucking 4-door beast, big Charger, with the fucking SRT fucking Hemi? Fuck Tesla. If I wanted an electric car, I would get a hybrid. And I would get the brand new Acura NSX. That's got just an absolutely wonderful V6, all-wheel drive, and then it's got 3 electric motors, 1 on each front hub and 1 on the rear axle for enhanced acceleration. The Acura NSX is I think, just pure genius. I think what they need, technology that's on the Acura NSX, I think they should use on semis. Think about a semi. You got this huge turbo diesel, only putting power to the back 8 wheels, right? It's got duals, tandem axles with dual rear wheels. It's 8-wheel drive. If you put electric motors on the front hubs of a fucking tractor trailer, that would turn 8-wheel drive into 10-wheel drive. You could just use the electric motors for stoplights and for entrance ramps to freeways. And then once you got up to cruising speed, you could get away with a much more economical fucking diesel under the hood. On a side note, if you put electric motors on the front hubs of tractor trailers out in the Rocky Mountain region where you need tire chains by law when it's snowy, not with 10-wheel drive, you don't. You put 2 electric motors, 1 on each front hub of a tractor trailer, so they got power underneath the weight of all that fucking front end. You don't need tire chains. You're going to be just fine. And it wouldn't tear up the roads. Because chains really tear up the roads. Or a Jeep Grand Cherokee with the Hemi. Yes! The SRT fucking Grand Cherokee. My God, is that a fucking sweet truck. I think that's only 2-wheel drive, right? Or is that all-wheel drive? Oh, I love the Grand Cherokee SRT. Oh, yeah, chains suck to put on, too. It's 4-wheel drive and it's faster than the Hellcat. The Hellcat makes more power, but the Hellcat's going to burn the tires off. An amateur driver is going to smoke the tires in a Hellcat. And when you're spinning the tires and burning rubber, you're not moving forward. It's that simple. My trainer was from Ecuador. He hated me in Buffalo. Jay, are you worried about Corona already having breathing problems? I'm good, man. I smoked about fucking 10 cigarettes last night like an asshole. Maybe more. Every once in a while, maybe once a week, I get that urge to just chain smoke while I'm drinking beer. It's really bad for you. Like, you notice, I don't want a cigarette right now. Ugh. Jay, what's your opinion on raw eggs? Well, they say you can get sick because there's bacteria on the shell. That's never happened to me. The problem with raw eggs is how long it takes to digest them. Two of the slowest proteins to digest are raw eggs and raw fish. So having sushi post-workout is pretty much retarded. Or drinking raw eggs post-workout. Retarded. Anything raw, it takes longer to digest. Because basically your stomach acids are going to cook it for you. Now, on the flip side of that coin, two of the quickest absorbing proteins, cooked eggs and cooked fish. Eggs and fish are really good fucking proteins. Why not cook them and absorb the shit quick? If you want something slow digesting, have a fucking steak. Or a goddamn milk. Dairy cottage cheese is real slow. That's one of my tricks is a bedtime snack, having a tub of that 4% fat. It got to be the full fat. Whole milk cottage cheese at bedtime. When cottage cheese hits your stomach, the acid turns that cottage cheese into like a softball. And it pretty much takes all night for cottage cheese to digest. So if you have cottage cheese at bedtime, you are getting a slow release of amino acids into your bloodstream all night. That's a good trick from Big J right there. What do you think about an '08 Dodge Ram 5.7? I don't. If I was going to get a Dodge Ram, it would be with a Cummins turbo diesel. And if I had to get a Hemi, I would get the 3/4 ton with the 6.4 liter Hemi. 5.7 and 6.4 is almost a full liter. That's almost 100 foot-pounds of torque. What protein powders do you recommend? I don't. I just get cheap. I go to Walmart, get a 4-pack of the chocolate pure protein, ready to drink. I don't buy powdered protein. My truck would be a mess if I fucking tried to make shakes out of powder in my truck. So I just buy the packaged RTDs. In fact, I got one sitting right next to me. Cheap. It's whey. It's fucking whey. Why are you gonna buy some kind of designer whey when you can buy Walmart whey? It's just a protein drink. Okay? If you want to throw your money away, why don't you buy Tiger Fitness whey powder? Give fucking Mark Lubliner, a fucking douchebag, your money. Order 66 Mark Lubliner. How can truckers stay in shape? Well, I guess you could jog. I don't see the point of these designer protein powders. It's stupid. I think this bill that passed today, this stimulus bill, has got way too much pork in it. Obviously, people need help. And especially our waitresses, our bartenders, people in the service industry. I mean, they're fucked. They're literally fucked. We all have friends in the service industry, right? They're your friends that never really grew up. They're still bartending or they're still waiting tables. And they're like, dude, why should I get a real job, man? I made $400 last night. Now you got nothing. People like that, our friends that are still in the service industry, never really grew up. They're not exactly the kind of people that have like a money set aside, like an emergency fund. People in the service industry generally have about 3 days worth of money because they basically live hand to mouth, hand to straw. And most service industry people never have more than 2 days off in a row. So your average service industry person has about 3 days worth of money. When someone in the service industry goes 4 days without working, they're usually broke. If you don't believe me, I know you all have friends in the service industry. Ask them. Those people need help. Waiters and waitresses and our bartenders, those are the people that take care of us. Those are the good people. They didn't start this goddamn Chinese flu. Some fucking ignorant fucking slant-eyed fucking gook eating a fucking bat started this flu. Not your local fucking waitress at the diner get you your eggs just the way you like them, or your bartender who makes your rum and coke just perfect. I think we're gonna fuck over China. The kitchen boys, they're the same way. I didn't say anything bad about kitchen. You know, a lot of these truck stops, you know, that have full-on restaurants like diners inside them. You walk in there and the whole dining room is roped off. They got 2 people working, a cook and a waitress that takes orders. You put in your order, and then you get fucking 6 feet away and wait for your shit. Then you go eat in your truck. It's not cool, man. It's not cool at all. I just hate waiters. Ron Goldman was a fucking bisexual waiter, and OJ slashed his fucking neck. All right, fellas and gals on the Ave. Time to wrap this up. Got 10 seconds to go.